there's a balloon. Oh, well, we have to get it.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Before I say anything else or get any farther into the video, make sure you hit that like button and hit that subscribe button right in the face. So, as you guys know, when I posted me feeding and that stuff when I was in the car with my mom and doing that trail ride thing, the day after I went to a reptile expo with my friend, which I did not mention in that video. And I did not tell you guys, but I've had her for about a week, and I'm saying she, because it's a little girl, and she's a baby, and if you guys don't like snakes, or don't like reptiles, or that stuff, you might want to pause the video, or shut your eyes for a little bit, because I'm going to show you. Her name's Corella. She's a python. She'll get about 5 feet, so she's really sweet. She's adorable, and the other day, I was on the couch with her before I fed her, like for about an hour, just laying there watching YouTube or Netflix or whatever, and she's really sweet, and if you can't tell, I just got home from school, and so I want her to teach her to do a lot of good things, not like train her or whatever, like people say they train train animals, but I guess you can't really do that with snakes, but you could do that, like, being nice-wise, like, handle them a lot, get them used to that stuff before they get too big, because if they're big, they could hurt you really bad if they're not used to being held. So, I'm just trying to get as much time as I can outside of her cage, and that type of stuff. So, I'm not going to show how I feed her, because I'm not feeding her today. She'll be fed next week, Friday, because I fed her on Sunday, yeah. And so I'm just going to maybe put some pictures in here of her eating or like a little video because my mom got a video. So, yeah, but I'll put sound over top of it because it's, just so you guys know, I'm not feeding her live. I'm feeding her already frozen thawed. And this might be a little new little addition of our family. So, I love her so much. Her name is Corella DeVille. She's really sweet, and she's a ball python. She's not a full python, because pythons are huge, and they're really expensive. So, she came out of the same egg as her brother, which she's, surprisingly, I would never think that, because she doesn't have any kinks, she doesn't have any problems with the face, she doesn't have any problems with the tail, no kinks, she eats well, she does everything well. I got it from a friend of mine, which I'm going to show you the card, not a friend of mine, but like my friend's mom's cousin, so I'll just go get a card. And this is going to be a little shout out because they're really good, and as I can tell, they really work with these animals. They were at a reptile, not expo, but expo at the same time, so reptile show. And as you guys can tell, they worked with their animals a lot, and she was really sad when she had to give this one away, or sell this one off. So, G&S reptile, and that's that, but I'm just gonna clear that up. That's that, and I'm not gonna show you, like, I might show you, like, the Instagram and put it on a poll or something, but I'm not gonna show it right now because I don't know if I should, because it's, like, other people's business, if you know what I mean. So, this might be a short video, but it's worth it, because you guys get to see her. I'm just really excited for the journey. Like, she's going to get up to 5 feet. She eats little mice now, but I want to see her eat big ones. Like, I've always wanted a snake, but I never thought I was going to get one. The little story of me getting this thing is so funny. So I went to this thing. I promised my mom the night before I went that I was not going to get any animals, okay? Put that in big, bold letters. I wasn't going to get any animals, and that I was just going to look, and there was, like, rats, hedgehogs, lizards, all these different things. And so I was going to get a little corn snake, or, like, I don't know, something like that. And I came across, like, my friend's mom was like, let's go see her my cousin, I mean, and then let's go see her, you know. And so we went and saw her reptiles. I practically held every single one. She was the first one I held. And she was like, well, this one's really sweet. I don't want to give her away, but we have to. We have 52 at home. So, and it said twin. Big labels, twin. And I was like, oh, that's cute. Like, why is it named twin? Like, why is the thing say twin? And it's like, it came out of the same egg as his brother, her brother. So that's that. And I'm just loving her. And so I held one of the really big ones that was 3 feet. He was for sale. My friend bought that one and was like, oh my god, I want one of these because they get huge, but they're so like nice, lovable creatures. And so, like, I was looking at the babies because I want a baby that I could grow up with that will start to know me and stuff, so that I don't have to be like so afraid or whatever. Because I might not know the big ones, but like I was super excited when I got to see this guy or this little girl because all the other ones were really dark. She's the brightest one that they had, but she's probably gonna get dark as she ages. But I'm just really excited, and so I was like, I'm gonna call my mom up. Like, my phone's dead, but I'll call her up. Okay, so. I asked her, like, my friend's mom if she could call her, and she's like, no, I'm not going to call her. You're going to get me in trouble. So, like, we've been friends for a while. And so I ended up calling my mom, and I was like, hey, is Dad home? Because my dad would never let me get a reptile. And she's like, no, why? And I was like, can I buy an animal? And she's like, how much is it? So she was $75. That's really cheap, but... for a reptile, but they were selling her for low prices because people complained that she came out of the same egg as her brother, and she was going for like $125, and then they gave her to me for $75. I'm so happy. I didn't kiss her though, because I'm not gonna really kiss an animal like this. But like they're really sweet. I love her, and I just can't wait to see how big she gets. But they're apparently she's supposed to get bigger than the males. That's what I've heard, but I don't know. I think she might get just 5 feet. She's so cute. And so anyways, I called my mom up, and she was like, oh, what type of animal is it? And I was like, it's just a ball python, and will only get 5 feet. Like, and she was like, okay, well, I'll let you get it since I've seen it on Snake Discovery because I watch them nonstop. And so I was like, oh my god, thank you so much. So I got the animal out. I held it for 5 seconds because I've already held it before. And I was like, I'm just getting her. And her name is Cruella de Vil. And when my dad figured out that night that I had gotten the snake, he like, we called him, and he had called us, and he was like, hey, what you guys doing? Like, is Amelia home? And my mom was like, yeah, she's home. And he's like, what'd she do? Like, how is she doing? How fun was it? And I was like, it was really fun. And he was like, yeah, so where are you guys going? And my mom was like, we're going to blanket the animal. Like, we're going to blanket the horses, which we weren't going to do that. We were going to get a tank for her. And my dad, and then he was like, yeah, let me talk to Amelia again. And then I was like, yeah, we're going to go blanket the animals. And he was like, Amelia, are you really going to blanket the animals? And I was like, I didn't talk. And he was like, oh, that's why you guys were so quiet. So he knew, I guess. He didn't like my snake when he doesn't like snakes. He cries like a little girl when he sees little snakes. But I love snakes, so I have a snake, and my dad would love her when she gets big. So that's that. Yeah. That's the story of how I got this thing. And my friend already has, or she's gonna get one. She doesn't have it. So she bought it at the Reptile Expo thing, and then she ended up not taking it home that day because she had nothing for it. So that's that, and now I'm gonna have to hold my arm like this. Get off, please. My friend has a 3-foot one that's only a year old. So by the time she gets a year, she'll probably be 3 feet. Watch the face, girly. By the time she's a year old, she'll probably be 3 feet. So by the time she's probably a year and a half, she'll probably be 4 or 5 feet already. So she won't grow too big, I think, but she'll only get like probably as long as me. Maybe she could eat me one day. But that's just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. Yeah. So she's sweet. Love her. Take some Insta pics. I don't even have Instagram. It deleted on my phone. But anyways, she's so sweet, and I'm gonna show you her cage. So here's the little setup. I'll show you the little setup. Don't mind all the ribbons in the back. So here's this. There's a little log, and then this is normally inside, but I took it out so I could get her out because she was inside. Because I planned on making this video. So she's just in, like, I'm putting this back, but. So this thing is just her little hide, right? So she has this hide. She has that log to climb or, like, slither up on. Her water dish right here is pretty thick. And then 2 heat lamps, one for the night, one for the morning, which they get pretty hot. And then they're like adjusted right here. Yeah. And then there's heat stuff, like there's a heat pad right here underneath, right here. And then here's her little tongs I feed her with. I don't want to tease her. But this is what I like for the hydration. And then in the back, about here, right here, there's a little thing for the humidity. And there's a little extra thing right here. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? It's a little lizard. I didn't even got a lizard, but yeah. And then it's a slide out, not a lift up lid. So it's a slide out. I wanted a front lid, like front opening doors, but I ended up not getting that because it was way too expensive. And I paid for all this with my money. So I bought her with my money. I bought the cage with my money. I bought all the accessories that came with that cage with my money. Yeah, let me show you what she came in. I'll be right back. So the day that I bought her, so she came in this little bag, right? She was inside of this bag. It's a little bag. It looks big compared to her, but it's this bag. She was in this bag, right, with this little tissue. I get this. I get it. It's normal for reptiles to be in a bag. It's breathable. Like, you could breathe through this. She had a little paper towel, so she stayed warm because it was cold that day I bought her. And it's still pretty cold out. We still have 2 months left of winter. So that's all. I just wanted to show you what she came in because she just came in this thing, and she was in like a little thing of whipped cream, like a little thing of whipped cream that's kind of the size of what she was in the plastic container, but it was see-through. It wasn't a whipped cream container. That's how big it was, but it wasn't. Yeah. So the other ones I saw there were like humongous in these small little things, and I felt so bad. But I got to touch like scaleless, rat snakes and scaleless, like het scaleless, practically everything. There's a het scaleless one of these, and that's the one that my friend got. Which his head was scaleless, but his rest of his body had scales. So she's such a cutie. Her name, I can't get over her. I've been holding her every single day, but after she eats, you have to wait 48 hours or 3 days after they eat to touch or hold because they can regurgitate. Yeah. So just make sure that. And I'm not no professional, but if you do want to get like somebody that's really, really good, watch Snake Discovery. You might not agree with her if you're like really, really famous, but I've been watching her for a while, and I agree with her 100% on how she holds her animals. She's a rescue, and she has a whole thing that people go to. They could buy animals. Like, it's crazy. I love this place, but it's nowhere around here, so don't plan on buying any animals from her, but I do plan on watching her videos practically every time she posts. one tip for these guys that I do know, that they don't, I'm sorry, girlie. They don't like being held like just this, by just their heads, like that. They like being, oh, sorry, girl. So they like being held either like on just your lap, in your hand. Don't let any of their body droop. But like if it's drooping like this and it's in your hand, that is good. But if you just have your whole body, if you just have their whole body like that, they'll end up falling off, and you don't want that. So you don't want their heads to be hanging up here and their body to be hanging down there. That's way too much weight for them. And even though you think they'll be able to hold their own weight and pull themselves up, yes, they can, but they don't like that. They like being close to your body. Even though I have her out here, she's still going up to my body right here. She's climbing up me right now. If you can see right there, she's climbing through me like a branch on a tree. Even though she's not a python or a green tree python, she is still a python that might like to climb up things. But normally these guys either rarely be climbing up tree branches, but these guys do like to move a lot. She looks really long, but they like to move on the ground a lot. These guys do not like to climb up trees for days and days. They'll go long ways, days and days. They don't go up. But sometimes they will truly go up, and she's a great, see how she fell. Well, it's not my fault. She just doesn't like being held by her face. But she's just a great, like, as I was saying, great, she just fell back and stuff like that. But she likes to be here. She's great with being held in her hands. Like, they're very workable with. Like, you can work with them all day, all night, and hold them for forever. Like, relax, watch football, or whatever you want to do. But my dad hates snakes, so he won't watch football. But she's right here. She's climbing right now. But, like, just sit back and relax and kick up your feet on the table or something, and they'll sit on you. So I do recommend buying an animal from her. She's local around Maryland areas. Over where I bought her was over at Williamsport. Over there. Boonesboro area. So I do recommend buying an animal from her. She's really good. They're really sweet and really nice animals from her. I do recommend buying an animal from her. She just sells snakes, I think. That's all she had there today, or the day I went. That's all she had, but she didn't have any other animals. So I'm literally relaxing here with my snake. She's okay. Going a little fast. Okay. Well, I'm going to put her away and talk some more. Well, I don't have her in my hand, so I don't have to be so occupied on her. So I just put it away. It looks way dim. The light looks really dim right now, but she's pretty, like, it's pretty really bright out here. But it's like really dull in there. But that's where she goes. She's underneath of her branch right there. There. That's her water dish, but I just filled it up. There she goes. That's her branch she likes to climb on, but it's really rare that you see her climbing. Okay, so when you buy an animal from them, they'll give you the card that they come with. So, like, a little identification card. If her brother looked so like to her, then they would have an identification card. With any of these guys, they have identification cards. Even if they don't look the same, they'll still have an identification card if there's another one. So they gave me this, and it was like, her mother was a normal python, and then her father was a pastel black, head yellow belly, red gene, ginger gene. So that's what her genes are, and then it just shows her hatch date, and how she's a twin, and how she's the female. She's a yellow belly, and it tells her when she shed, when she pooped last, when she shed last, and what she eats. She eats a little pinky rat. What grams she is. What she eats, when she ate last, how much, They'll give you that, and then they'll give you a little thing. So when you buy your animal, they're going to give you a printout paper, 2 sides of what you need, what you should have the thermostat on, and what you should have your temperature on, what your humidity should be, how warm it should be in that cage, how warm the heating pad should be, what your thing should look like, lots of things for them to climb around, lots of leaves. She does not have that because I don't want to overwhelm her with that much stuff, but yes, that's what she has. And then I'm going to go show you, it should be at 86, around that area, 80 something. So I'm going to show you what the temperatures are. Here's her little tail. She's all the way. I don't think you guys can see her. She is. That's her tail. That's her body going around there. And going up, up, up. That wall. See, she climbed up the wall and went right onto her branch where she likes to lay. Cute. So this is the temperature. 79.0, 74.7. Usually it's a little bit higher, but right now she's out on her little branch because it's pretty warm in her cave. She's just basking and getting the heat from this heat light right here. For all for today, I'm actually going to eat now because I went and got food. So that's the end of the video. Bye guys.